Previously on Internalization.
Whatever you have given them to digest as content is a privilege. You don't owe them anything. Your job is to be an artist and to create things from the heart. So the real question you really need to ask yourself is, what's the story that you want to tell next? You know, I've been thinking long and hard about our conversation the other day, trying to figure out why I feel the way I feel, and I've just acknowledged this overwhelming feeling of loneliness. Well, why do you feel lonely? I mean, where do I start, man? I look around at all these other creators out here and they all have a friend group. But don't sit here and try to grab people into your life who just aren't meant to be there, man. That's toxic for you and it will not lead down a good path. Stay true to yourself, keep doing your own thing, and the right people will follow.
Everyone else has their life together but you. Anyone could have done this, you're just fortunate. You're a fraud. You're going to be found out. Wait till people see who you really are.
It was just a dream.
Hey, do you remember that time you switched schools and it was your first day and you guys were doing that practice ACT test and you farted and tried to blame the other kid? Why are you like this? Bro, you already know how this works. If you think it, I'm simply a reflection of your subconscious. I'm going to say it. Of course I have anxiety before bed. Look around. Everyone has their life together but me. And on top of that, I am way in over my head with being an educator and creator on YouTube. Who was I to think that I was qualified to do any of this? Once people figure out who I really am, they're just going to realize that I am a fraud. Skirt. Pause. What do you mean that everybody has their life together? I want you to know that everybody out here is simply putting on a front. Yeah, some people may be doing better than others, but what's going on in the world right now is affecting every creator, regardless of if they continue to create content like it's not happening, or if they're more open about it like you are. And second of all, what do you mean you are a fraud? You are completely qualified to teach everything that you do. And you are completely qualified to be a wedding and portrait photographer. Have you seen your portfolio? Who are you kidding? You watch the exact same content that I do on a daily basis. Everyone out here is living their best life. If that doesn't mean that they have their lives together, then I don't know what does. And okay, maybe I found a little bit of success on YouTube, but anyone could do this. Anyone could have done this. I just got fortunate with a viral video. Wait until people see who I really am. Wait till they see how I really am. Again, let's start at the beginning. First of all, who cares if everybody out here is acting like nothing is going on? People are really good at faking it, and you and everyone watching this should know that it doesn't matter what we're seeing in front of us and the content that we're consuming, is that the feelings we have as individuals are being felt by all of the world right now. So just because something seems normal in the content doesn't mean that you're weird if you can't force yourself to put it out there like that. But second of all, it sounds like you have a case of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome? That sounds made up. Why do you always have to be a walking TED Talk? Do you even know what imposter syndrome is? Let me put it to you this way. Imposter syndrome is like going to the bar with fear and then talking about all the things that could go wrong. Generally, it stops us from doing something that we're very well qualified to do. For example, how many people do you know that say, oh, I would love to create a YouTube channel, or I would love to do what you do, man. I want to put myself out there on Instagram like that, but they simply don't. They don't ever talk about who they are or their skill set that they have, and they never speak with a position of authority because they feel like they're imposters, even though their work, their portfolio, and their knowledge all say otherwise. Everything you just said makes it sound like you're gaslighting the point at hand that I am trying to explain to you. I am not smart enough to be an educator, to teach people. I'm not cool enough to be a creator. These people aren't going to be interested in what I truly have to say. Hence, wait till they figure out who I really am. I'm already starting to get it in the comments section on YouTube. I make a tutorial and then they tell me I talk too fast. Then I'll slow it down and then they tell me I talk too slow. I'm just not cut out for this. I am a fraud. Okay, bro, let's play ball. Yes, you have gotten comments from people telling you that you have no idea what you're doing, that you're shooting something wrong, that you're coloring something wrong, that your workflow is wrong, so on and so forth. But when you look in their portfolio, how many things do they have that show they have a position to, wait, they never have a portfolio, right? These are nameless people with 0 subscribers and absolutely no tie to their personal identity in their YouTube account, hiding behind a keyboard. This is something that you and everyone watching needs to understand. We have to be very careful about where we take our criticism from and how we let that affect us. Think of it this way, man. What would the world look like if all of these doctors and scientists who have 8 years of med school behind their belt and whatever degrees in science they have under their belt started listening to all of these people who have no background in medicine and science? People who are simply reading conspiracy theories and putting them out there as fact. The world would look even worse than it does right now. And it doesn't make sense, does it? So then why do you continue to do that with your skill set? Why do you continue to let the opinions of those who don't really matter affect your mental attitude? Again, be careful where you take criticism from. But at the end of the day, man, it's simple. You have to take the first step, even if you can't see the entire staircase. Why let all of the what ifs drown out what could actually be? Every time you let fear tell you no, you could be pushing your goals back a whole 6 months, a whole year. That one time you didn't take that step, even though you couldn't see the outcome. Don't you say it all the time, man? Every day, airplanes take off against the wind. Keep climbing.